Each week we take a couple minutes out of our service to talk about generosity, how we take the resources that Jesus has blessed us with and how we can steward those well through tithe and offering. And 1 week out of each month, our hope is to highlight one of the missions efforts that we support as a church. And I want to come back to one that we've looked at earlier this year, but it's Cornerstone International. Hal Hamilton is someone that we support, who is Director of Mobilization at Cornerstone, helping oversee missions efforts in 15 different countries. And I just wanted to share a quick update video from Hal for you.
Greetings, Oasis family. I'm Hal Hamilton, Director of Mobilization for Cornerstone International, a mission-sending agency with people in 15 nations. Every 5 years, all of our missionaries gather from around the globe for a week of debriefing, renewal, member care, rest. We call this time Summit, and we spend time worshiping together and praying for one another, and grieving and laughing, crying, learning, building memories, telling stories. Last month was Summit. It was originally scheduled for 2020, but COVID restrictions delayed us a year. You can imagine how wonderful it was to be together. Missionaries from the refugee camps of Uganda and the rural hospitals of Honduras gathered together with church planters from Lima, Peru, and disciple makers from around Southeast Asia. They came from the jungles of Ecuador and the barrios of Guatemala. I received this email today from a missionary recalling her time at Summit. What a heart-filling, life-giving, yet exhausting summer. God is so good. We love the presence of the children at Summit. So excited to see a priority toward family and wholeness in homes and ministry. Have we told you recently that we love Cornerstone? We may wear you out, but we are so grateful continually. Thank you for your part in God's leading and provision for us. This thank you is for you as well. You are a partner in making this year's summit a reality. Your gifts and your prayers are investments in what God is doing in 15 nations. Thank you. You're such a blessing. Thank you for partnering with us.
It's so amazing to hear how what God is using us, the monies that we give faithfully, how Jesus is using that to bless people around the world. 15 different nations that Cornerstone is reaching out into, and it happens through our prayers and happens through our faithful giving. And we talk about our missions, our faith missions here at Oasis. We have $7,000 that we've pledged to raise as a church towards missions efforts. $3,500 of that is built into our church budget each year. The other $3,500 comes from the generosity of the people of Oasis. And so I just want to encourage us again with that, to take those steps of honoring Jesus, not just tithe, but steps above that and being generous, because we recognize that as we invest, it isn't just going to keep lights on, but it's going around the world. It's using people like Hal, who are able to equip and send missionaries that God is using to bless and to bring life and bring the good news to countries and to people that have never heard it. So thank you for your faithful giving. Thank you for continuing to give towards our faith missions goal of $7,000. And there's different ways you can give here at Oasis. The first is through our website, www.oasishomechurch.com. And right there on the homepage, on the top right corner, there is a tab that says Giving. And if you click that tab, it's going to magically transport you to another page where you can set up secure either one-time or reoccurring giving right there online. And in fact, if there's a drop-down list, you can choose from some different categories. If you're wanting not just to give your regular tithe, but you want to give an offering above and beyond that to help Hal or help different missions efforts, there's a missions tab that you can designate that giving towards. And I know a lot of you are taking steps of giving on a reoccurring basis through the website, and I just want to say thank you for that. It's so cool to see that continue to grow this year. Another way that you can give is by mailing that right here into our building, 520 South 150th Street in Burien, 98148. You're welcome to mail that right in here to us, and we will gladly receive that. If you've got some envelopes or giving envelopes from the church, you're welcome to use that and can designate things on that too. And lastly, you can give right there today in your home church. And however you choose to engage with generosity, thank you. As we are kind of reminding ourselves of today, it's not just here locally that Jesus is using us, but man, Oasis, God is using us to be a blessing around the world. So let's continue to take those steps of faith. Let's continue to be generous and to be a blessing with the resources that Jesus has blessed us with.